And then I was only at 35% block.
But that was 20 years ago, so.
That was 20 years ago.
It's
So-
local
When it gets to
cholesterol
60,
and
when it
everything
gets
else
to be
that's kicking in.
60%, that's when they do surgery.
As we get started today, I
Total 75.
thought, because some of you have been asking questions who can't get in and out, but you want to see some of the work we've been doing. This is where we started this summer on the building. So we had all this stuff just sitting down in the basement all over the place and stacks of stuff everywhere. That's what we walked into upstairs, because in the center of the ceiling they took out the old organ parts and the fan that was up there, and when they did it, they just let everything fall because we thought we were tearing the building down at the time. And so that was all over, a pile of things, plus everything just kind of stacked from when we moved out of the one building that we rented for a while. It was just stacked in the back. And there's some graffiti.
That, but those were
Those windows got broke out in the basement on the east side by the driveway. Those were broke out. That's why there was wood over them. That's what it looked like when we took the wood back off. So we had put wood over to keep neighborhood kids from out. And this is when we started working, because we started down there working on those. We figured we'd start with the windows on the easy level first. So, and then they started cleaning up and taking things out and taking trash out and cleaning and cleaning and cleaning. We did a lot of cleaning down there. Taking out ceiling tiles, because a lot of the ceiling tiles from the humidity and other things just were bowing. So they took all the ones that were bowed out and cleaned
Never
out
takes that back
everything. That was our first load out of here.
yeah.
I think we've got 5 loads now. We're on our 5th load now. Of getting trash and stuff from the building and whatnot. That's what it looked like once they got the glass and everything ready to go for the next part of the window. They started working on the inside windows and walls. They scraped the walls down in the basement because we've got to repaint down there eventually. Just the humidity causes the paint to come off, and that's where we started working on the window. Started taking these supports out to put it in the new windows and expand. Didn't take the main supports, but the windows themselves we took out. Took out the office window, made that smaller because that's just a little office area. We don't need a big window there. So they put that in. Boys are getting to learn how to do a lot of things, and they're helping us out. So Dakota and Dante and Christian have been every step of the way. And Jason's been helping guide him. He has a lot of experience doing that. So we got the first windows in. Got the second window in, and then we just left the middle open for a while, and then we put this emergency door, what's going to become the emergency door, in. So if anybody's in the basement and there's a fire on that other side of the building, they can at least get out that door. It's a lot bigger. It's got a brake bar on it now, so all you got to do is hit it to get out. I don't know why that's in there.
No idea.
This was the upstairs when we first started taking off the stuff for doing the upstairs windows. Started taking plywood off and started having the boys work together for that. Got the first windows in on the east side. Some of these aren't in order. And then in the process, they were cleaning out the trash upstairs, and a couple of the boys accidentally, when they were taking these off, they ripped off some of the paneling, which was fine because it's just old cork paneling. Wasn't that great a paneling that was on there. So then they seen the wood underneath and were like, well, it's kind of pretty wood. So they ended up ripping off all that. And it would have been really pretty. As you can see, this has got a really pretty color, but the more we looked at it, there's holes and other things that you'd have insulation and dust worries. So we're like, we just need to recover it. So we decided we'd have to go back and recover it. We are running new conduit. So we aren't going to do the electric ourselves. We're just putting the conduit in, and then they'll come through and we'll have an electrician run the electricity. So that'll give us more plugs and more modern plugs. We had to seal off places where the bottom was, that used to have wainscoting, and so they didn't actually have backing wood on those. That's from that. That was the back windows back by the bathrooms. We got these 2 replaced, and we're not doing this one because the rooms, it used to be bigger, and then they put those bathrooms in, so it kind of, everything got a little off-centered, so now the windows look more centered. And then we had gotten the windows in the east side, but they had the tops to do yet. And then we got that load of lumber that Debbie came and helped us with.
I remember that.
We loaded that and loaded that. There was a lot of lumber that day. It was like 110 sheets of the plyboard. So and some insulation to throw in the windows and other places. That's
There's
us
been sales.
making the tops of the windows. So we
Yeah.
had to put the Tyvek on them that you see, or the house wrap on them. Got some insulation in the window areas. Got that done. And then we still had one window to go. And they worked on that, and then they sealed that in. Just some of the places we've done. Got that all sealed as it is now. So everything on the outside is sealed and ready to be sided on the outside. And on the inside, I don't know, that might be all of those pictures. Let me see. I have 2 sections of pictures. So that's probably all of them on that one. And then the second section, let me bring it back for a second. Get to the right screen and pull it back so I can actually see what I'm doing. Yeah, go back.
5 squirt breaths.
What's that?
Your 5 squirt breaths.
That's the remodel 1, and then there's a remod 2, or just a remod 1.
So you get three squirts in with each breath. don't you?
So that's the back. I guess I got to put it back up there so you guys can see.
I get more air now.
That's the back of the church area, looking towards the windows towards the parking lot and inside the main church, what used to be the sanctuary. So that's what it looked like yesterday morning when we started. Or no, yeah, yesterday.
Yesterday morning.
Because we finished filling these in on Wednesday and Thursday, the tops of them. And so we also, Christian and I got in there and there was stuff laying all over. We got this all picked up so you can actually walk around. Well, we start working. And then that's what that wall looked like. Because once we got in certain parts, it didn't have the light color. It's dark from all the dust and stuff. So that's one of the reasons why we were like, it's not a good idea. There's one pile that's still left. This one's still left to go out. I gotta get the boys yet to do
Even
that.
if you try to leave it like that, you'd have to power wash it and varnish it.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and so it's a lot more work than what
Yeah,
it was worth.
exactly. It'd be easier to cover it.
Yep.
And that's exactly what it is.
So we got these back windows, the tops of those all done the last 2 weeks, and then yesterday we went through and started putting up the covering wood that's going to cover
I
everything.
can see his ankles shaking from here.
So we started in that corner which faces the house, and we worked on that. So that's what we got in. This is what we were started about halfway done with the tops. And that's what it looked like by the time we got done with that side of the building yesterday. All the way back to this corner where we got to actually do some cutting of the pieces.
I look at those ceiling fans and I remember the business meeting when we discussed putting fans in the church. Didn't quite know where to put them.
Yep. Trey came in and put them in for us, so I was appreciative. And then we did this wall yesterday as well. We did this wall top to bottom.